Hello, good evening. You are live on Radio Angelus via www.radioangelus.com. And this is the Mystery Zone, the zone where we make known the unknown with narratives involving real people at real places. This is a zone where we explain the unexplained. Tonight, again, we'll be doing something a little different from what the show is noted for. I believe we all know the season in which we are in. This is football season. The whole world, has gathered in the city of Qatar, battling it out, and we would want to consider, one or two issues emanating from that part of the world. And tonight we have someone who, he was a football coach and also a professional referee with Qatari Football Association to help us make sense of some of the issues that we'll be raising tonight. Remember, the Mystery Zone is about ecumenism. We encourage inter-religious dialogue and religious tolerance. We have zero tolerance for insults, needless name-calling, and intellectual dishonesty. But you are free to offer alternative viewpoints as strongly as possible. But we insist that you do so with recourse to decorum and civility. The views and comments expressed by panelists or contributors on the Mystery Zone are solely and entirely, those of the individuals and do not in any form or shape represent the opinions or positions of Radio Angelus. The Mystery Zone is proudly sponsored by Ini Royal Ghana. Ini Royal gives you the best natural fruit juice to boost your immune system and also help you to live a healthy life. For a perfect blend of natural goodness for your events, outdoorings, weddings, corporate parties, contact Ini Royal Ghana on 055 9678 030 055 9678 030 or 0543 146 542 0543 146 542. When you call them, just let them know that Anderson gave you their number, and I believe they will give you a very wonderful package. The show is also sponsored by Food 101. This is for all the food lovers. It's a brand we absolutely love. This is the brand you can trust. Call Food 101 for your corporate home and event catering. You should also try their soups and stews. They make your life so easy. For a healthy homemade food, contact Food 101 on 020 817 5025, 020 817 5025, or 050158 5323, 050158 5323. When you call, so tell them that Anderson gave you their number and they will give you some wonderful package. Remember, the show is interactive. You can send any of your views, questions, or opinions via WhatsApp number on 055 1300, 055 1300. If you're reaching us from outside the shores of Ghana, you prefix the number with +233 and then continue with 55 1300, 55 +233 55 1300, or via Facebook at Radio Angelus Ghana. My name is Jose Anderson, your regular host. Tonight on the Mystery Zone, we are discussing soccer or football made in Qatar. We would assess the performance of African teams so far, so far at the World Cup, analyze the realistic chances available, for them in relation to making it to the knockout stages. We'll also discuss the possibility of any African team breaking the quarterfinal limitation. How about officiating generally? Have the referees lived up to expectation? There is a suggestion that, the referee who handled the match between Ghana and Portugal the other day literally dashed the Portuguese, the 3 points, because the penalty that contributed to the so-called victory for them was a dubious one. Well, we'll be getting an independent opinion, an independent view from somebody who has no emotional attachment or whatsoever to any of the teams to give us a fair assessment of what took place on that fateful day. Our guest is a professional referee, and he would help us make sense of the said controversies. But was officiating as bad as has been reported on the day in question? Which team is likely to win the trophy? How different is this tournament as compared to other, World Cups? How about football development generally in Qatar? We would assess the strength and the weaknesses of all the teams representing Africa, and by extension, other teams. That's if time permits. We would also discuss VAR and the perceived inconsistencies. All these and more will be discussed tonight only on the Mystery Zone. Remember, as we said earlier, the show is interactive. You can send in your comments via WhatsApp number 055 300, 055 300, or via Facebook at Radio Angelus Ghana. Our guest is a referee with the Qatari Football Association. He's a person of Celestine Okafor, joining us all the way from Qatar. Mr. Celestine, you are welcome to the Mystery Zone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Amber. Thank you.
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm just coming back from the 4 o'clock game and just getting ready for this show.
Okay. Please amplify your voice a bit so that our listeners can hear you loud and clear. Now,
all right.
Let's begin by first of all looking at the tournament itself in Qatar. As we all know, the whole world is gathered in that part of the world, football-wise. What are your general impressions so far with the tournament in terms of organization, and probably any other thing that you may want to add as your initial comment before we go to the specifics?
Okay. Generally, the tournament has been success so far. So far, so good. It has been success, massive success. I have never in my life witnessed before, but here in Qatar, they surprised the world. Qatar surprised the world. I don't want to go into politics aspect of this. Politics aspect of this in the tournament. I know that they have a lot of backlash from the Western world, but when they came back, they realized that there is a lot of difference. Mentality, security-wise, everything is intact in Qatar. For example, when you from the fan zone to the stadium to the train to the buses they used to go to that convert them to the venue, everywhere is free internet access. Free. for everyone.
Yeah.
So Qatar lived up to more than expectation for this tournament. I am not saying because of I am here. They world in terms of preparation. They shock the world. So,
wonderful. So, in your view, even though you are from this part of the world, that's Africa, so if you want to, sort of put this year's tournament side by side, as in what happened in South Africa in 2010, what would be your assessment objectively?
Yeah. 2010 World Cup was a huge success. It was a huge success. And but from what I am seeing right now in Qatar, really unbelievable. For the first time in the history of World Cup, if you have the 40 case in a day, you can be able to watch the whole games in a particular day.
Wow. How is that possible?
It's very, very possible to watch the whole games if you have the 40. Like today, we had four matches. If you have the 40 case today, you can be able to watch the whole 4 games in a day. It has never happened in the history of World Cup.
So wait, let me get something right. Assuming that you have, let's say, a particular match taking place at, let's say, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., for example.
Yeah.
And probably you have another one taking place at maybe, let's say, 3 or 4 hours after the first match. And probably the city where the very first match is held, when you balance that against the other city that will be hosting the other match, that would be like 4 or 5 or 6 hours drive or flight or something. And probably you have all the tickets to watch. How possible? Are you going to do magic?
For example, Qatar is a very small country. Very small country.
Okay.
Like, for example, from Lusail Stadium to Stadium 794, it's not up to 25 minutes. It's a 25 minutes drive. From Stadium 794 to Atumama, it's around 20 minutes drive. From Atumama Stadium to Ajanob Stadium, it's the same 20 minutes drive.
Wow.
From Khalifa Stadium, Rayan Stadium, it's 20 minutes drive. Wow. From Khalifa Stadium to Education, it's the same 20 minutes drive. You see that Qatar is just a small, for example, Qatar is not even bigger than Lagos. It's just Doha is just a kind of a small city rounded. Okay. So that is why it's when you look at the preparation, it's amazing. It's amazing. When you talk about the architectural part of what they construct, the stadium itself, the designs is even the Westerners, they came here, they see. Wow. And they believe. Forget about politics, this and that. I know that no place which I will not go. I will not talk about. Maybe some of our listeners might come into the politics aspect of it. I'm sorry, I might not be able to express everything about it. But we are talking today. All we are talking today is football and nothing but football.
Of course.
So in terms of World Cup, comparing 2010 World Cup to this, for me, is incomparable because I believe what I've seen here is far better than what happened last time.
I think we will come back to the lessons that we must pick, at least from this part of the world. But now let's deal with the real matters. The reason why we are having this conversation tonight because we don't have much time. Now, realistically,
Okay.
first of all, African teams, what has been your, impression so far? Last time that we had our off-camera discussion, and we were like, well, you will not be able to make any objective assessment regarding, the chances and also the performance of African teams. But probably you would want to wait for them to actually, play their second round of matches. And maybe, just maybe, you will be able to sort of, put together some kind of thought pattern that will define, if you like, what their chances, may look like going forward. So I believe that you are in a better position now to independently and objectively assess, first of all, the performance of African teams and their chances in relation to this competition.
Okay, in terms of our African team performance, they are not doing so bad. They are not doing so bad. When you know that Northern Africans has two teams, the two Northerners, I can say they are not doing so bad. Like Morocco, nobody believed that Morocco yesterday beat Belgium. Nobody predicted it. Nobody see it coming. Now today again, Ghana defeated South Korea.
South Korea, yeah.
So now, when you look at it, you see that Africa now has chances of making it to the next round. They have chance if they can keep the momentum going this way. They have chance of making it to the second round. I foresee. I haven't only Cameroon now, for instance, is the team that I'm seeing that it might be difficult for them to make it to the second round.
Why do you say so?
Yeah, because, Cameroon brought 3 today, 3-3, right?
Yes.
Now, Cameroon is going to play Brazil.
Yeah.
Now, Brazil qualified this point, but it will not be that Brazil have qualified that they will lose. Brazil doesn't play ball. They like record. They will play the ball as finals. So, in this case, now if Cameroon draw with Brazil, it's 2 points. They are not going anywhere. So they have to beat Brazil. And I don't see Cameroon beating Brazil. Even they use their second team, I don't see Cameroon beating Brazil.
Yeah, but Coach, let me stop you there. You see, you just said a while ago that nobody believed that Belgium, would lose against Morocco yesterday. So why are you finding it difficult to believe that the same upset could happen between Cameroon and Brazil?
Okay, for example, these Northern Africans and their type of play, the way they put they put their strength, their determination in game, and when you see the type of play, the rhythm, it's similar to the Europeans, it's similar to the South American. When you look at, for example, when you watch the game between Tunisia and Denmark, without being told, if you remove the names, you would think that they are both Europeans playing.
Why? But is it because of the color or what?
No, it's not because of
the system.
It's because of the tactics. The tactics.
But that's the making of the coach. Not necessarily because they are Tunisia or something.
The tactics that is in them already, like inborn. See, for example, when you watch Nigeria, for instance, Nigeria playing with Ghana, you don't see free flow football, space football, running. You don't see such things. Do you? It's more of aggressiveness, hard tackling, physicality.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
But when you watch these North Africans play, it's different from Western Africans playing.
Okay.
Maybe Ghana playing Cameroon, now playing Nigeria. You know what at least you
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so in this it's not that we West Africans are not good. We are good. Physically, we are good.
Mm.
I mean, what I'm talking about is free flow football. Football made easy, like play it very easy,
Mm.
So that is where I am looking, where the area I'm looking. And when you see this Ghanaian team, for example, they have star to their team.
Mm.
Their team is good, but you like at the last few minutes to the end of this, they all went back. They are all under pressure, which
Mm.
is not supposed to. So what I'm talking about in this competition, African team might not. I am praying. I am hoping for them to make it to China.
Mm.
I am praying. I am hoping that one of them to be in at least quarterfinal.
Mm.
But for me now to sit here and see which team, which country, I don't see any. I don't see any team for now
Mm. Mm.
making it to that level for now.
Good. You see, there is this school of thought that has it that when it comes to football or soccer at the highest level, like the World Cup, the Senior World Cup, for instance, that Africa appears to, should I say, approach the competition with certain, mediocre mindset, because the goal has always been that, oh, Charlie, we should try and, break the quarterfinal limitation, as if we don't really dream of playing in the finals or probably winning the cup. Now, if we can do that on the 16, on the 20, on the 23 level, why is it difficult for an African team to also aspire to be world champion at the senior level?
Yeah, in terms of age category, the age category World Cup. For me, you know, I don't think that you can use it to measure the progression of the players.
Mm.
For example, when you look at the progression of the players, for
Mm.
age category,
Mm-hmm.
you will see that within a space of time, you will see our players no more. None of them, no progression. For example, 2005, Nigeria and Argentina played in under 20 finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Messi was there. Many of the Argentine players, they are
Yes.
still playing today. They are still playing today. But where are our players? Nowhere to be seen. So, and when if you want to measure it through that way, you see that most of our players, I'm just being objective. We
Mm.
don't use the accurate. We Africans, we don't use accurate under 17 or under 20 to go to the World Cup. We use more adults. That is why we beat them. We beat those kids. Then,
But on paper, I mean, the birth
so
certificate will suggest that the person is 17 years or 16 years. MRI test is
yeah,
done, and then they are given clean bill of health that look, they are 17 years.
yeah,
So on what basis are you
we know
saying
that
that we are
I have done
presenting? Yeah.
I have done MS here. I have done this one again, metabolism age text here, many things. I have done it here. If I gave you my results, you wouldn't believe it. Those things are not correct.
But that is science. I mean, that's science. That's scientific. I'm surprised that
Okay.
So if science is failing us, then where are we going?
Yeah, for example, I did the test 2018. The test was giving me 25 years.
Wow.
You understand? So
yeah.
So I'm talking of what I know. Is what I know is not what I believe. You see, so this everybody knows that. Everybody knows that these guys, for example, like I told you, the Qatari teams.
Yeah.
Like when we are talking off camera, I told you that I don't expect anything from this team. These are the boys. As at 6 years ago, I was refereeing their school game. Many of them, most of them, I was refereeing their school matches. I have their videos with me in my laptop. So these are the boys that are in their school games. I don't expect them to come and beat Argentina, beat Ghana, or beat Senegal. No. But I know that many people are just talking, hey, Qatar is not football nation. They are not, but they are growing. They are putting money into football. They are making sure that football is growing here and there. Some policies that they made it so difficult for young guys to be playing, they have removed them all. So you see that within a short time, Qatar will at least in Asia. In Asia, for example, they are first. I think they are Asian champion, right? They are Asian champion.
Wow. So yeah, before you brought in the Qatar narrative, now we are discussing the limitations, if you like, whether it's self-placed or self-inflicted, we can't tell. In relation to African teams, the reason why we appear to be celebrating quarterfinals anytime there is World Cup and all that. I mean, are you not scandalized as an African to see African teams celebrating quarterfinal appearance, in a competition like World Cup? Is there any, should I say, any legislation that says that, look, an African team mustn't win the World Cup, Senior World Cup for that matter?
Well, not now. If it's like years back, I can say maybe politics and all that, but not now. We have what it takes to win the World Cup. We have what it takes to win the World Cup. But the most important thing is our. That's the most important. How to condition your mindset. When you see the colors of Brazil, you will know. You will see that you'll be seeing only their jerseys. You will not be seeing Neymar. He plays this. He's the richest player, the highest paid player in the world. And he's supposed to delete such mentality from us. See, football is football. It's only one round later. And secondly, the problem we have right from our side is, I believe, is organization. Starting from our own football federation. I don't know how other African nations. Okay, for example, Morocco. This guy, the Moroccan coach was having a problem with one of their key players, Ziyech or something.
Yeah, Ziyech, yes.
Yeah, Ziyech. The guy was, I'm giving you instance. The guy was having a big problem with their former coach. So what did they do? They allowed the federation allowed the former coach to see them through the qualification series.
Mm.
Now, they knew that this guy is important to us, and the coach and this player cannot work together. What do? They sack the coach. The coach that can work with the same
But
player.
is that not a bad precedence as a former coach?
Now, former coach, I am not an insider. I cannot tell you what happened, why it is like this, but when you see that you may not have this player again, this particular player, but you can. This player is like irreplaceable at the moment. But this coach can be replaced. What will you do? What will you do?
Well,
because they want to win, they want to go forward, and they want to win. They want to win the World Cup. So for me, I know that it looks somehow, but for me, I think a right step. Maybe they have evaluated the case and know that maybe the fault is from this. It's not from this young guy. Maybe I'm not an insider. For them to sack the coach and brought in another one and keep the player.
Yeah.
So
but somebody will argue that when you do that, you are encouraging indiscipline in a team. You understand, because it's a team and not individual, affair. Just like what happened with the Cameroonian team. If you read about it, they just sent their first keeper packing because of similar thing, because he is trying to dictate, the kind of defender that should play. I mean, when you give players that kind of power, probably then you may end up changing. Maybe in a year you can change 10 coaches.
So I am, like I told you earlier, I said I am not an insider. I don't know the actual problem both of them have. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know whether it's a selection problem or personal problem. I don't know. Do you understand? But this case, the case of Onana, right? I think it's Onana telling coach who to play, or who not to play, is absolutely wrong. That one is clear. It's absolutely wrong. So let us go back to our African team. Like, it's not that it's a jinx that we celebrate quarterfinal. No, we can make it up to the final. We can win this World Cup.
But you're saying it's not now.
but it's not that it can be now, but I don't see it. That I don't see it doesn't mean that it cannot happen.
But mind you, before this World Cup, I believe that some bookmakers, some top sports or football analysts would have tipped teams like Belgium to make it to finals, and you and I, we are witness to what happened to them yesterday. In fact, Morocco took them to the cleaners, and with that evidence, it's very likely that Morocco might, any team in Africa might actually make it to the finals.
Yeah, for example, Belgium. I watched their last few friendly games, even their last friendly match against Egypt. I watched it. I see, when I watch that team, I see this team is going nowhere.
Really?
That's what I said.
A star-studded team.
Egypt beat them 2-0 and played them very, very well. Okay, I say, okay, for example, it's friendly match, but now, even in their first match, they didn't play well. And when you talk about Germany, for example, Germany, when you go to the record, you will see Germany, at least for their last 8-9 matches, Germany must concede a goal, even if it's with the least country in the world. Germany must concede a goal. So when you have team like that, you don't predict that they might come and win the World Cup. the two teams I predicted that might win this World Cup was Argentina and Brazil. Now, boom, Saudi stunned Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, yeah, but I knew. That thing refers me to Italian 90. Italian 1990. Opening game, Argentina and Cameroon. What happened? Boom. Cameroon beat Argentina 1-0. What happened in the Italian 90? Argentina came back at finals with Germany. So many people began to write Argentina off like, okay, hey, Saudi beat them, this and that. But I still believe that Argentina will be in semi-final.
Wow.
That's my belief.
What gave you that conviction? I mean, they've not been they've not been convincing. Really, if you watch their match, even against Mexico, even though they beat them, but still, there's still question mark. With their general play.
Okay. Even apart from England and Iran, England versus Iran in this World Cup, I don't think that we have seen a convincing victory like that. No team nowadays is too small. No team nowadays. And the only team, like for example, these Asians like Japanese, South Korea, you will beat them, but you will still find it difficult to beat them.
Yeah.
Nobody believes that Japan can beat Germany. Nobody. You see? So, and if having watched so many games here, the only team that I still believe that can win this World Cup is Argentina. Forget about their first match.
So you are writing up Brazil?
Not that I'm writing, but if both teams can meet, I will still predict that Argentina will.
Well, listeners, we just joined us. This is the Mystery Zone, the zone where we make known the unknown with narratives involving real people at real places. Tonight, we are discussing football made in Qatar. The whole world, is gathered there, and it's been one upset to the other. Tonight, we are hanging out with a professional referee based in Qatar, who is with the Qatari Football Association. He is helping us, to make sense of some of the happenings there. He's helping us to actually appreciate why African teams may not make it beyond the quarterfinal. And now we ask, why? Is it a curse? Even if there is a curse, is there not a cause that limitation be broken this time around? We have less than 15 minutes to go, and let's see what we can cover. The questions, the issues are too many. Yes, Skipo, now let's go to another vexed issue that is about refereeing. Some people have suggested that refereeing has not really been been at its best in Qatar. So many mistakes. Some people pointed to the game between Ghana and Portugal, where the referee literally dashed Portugal the 3 points by awarding a dubious penalty. First of all, what are your impressions so far about officiating? And then you can zero into the debate about whether or not the penalty awarded to Portugal that helped them to come out, out triumphant against Ghana, whether the said penalty was justified or not. Yes.
Well, refereeing as a whole, can give them, as a referee, I can give 7/10 for now.
Oh, that's been
7/10.
generous.
Yeah, yeah, because you know, as a layman watching referee without any emotionally attached to anything, just when you watch referee, not being biased, you will know that the referees are trying.
Yeah.
But when you are attached, maybe this our country is playing, and you attach it to the referee officiating, you will not picture it very, very well what they are doing. I'm just telling you as a referee, before I come to the Ghana match, like what you said about the penalty issue.
Yeah.
They are trying. Even the VAR teams, they are trying. They are trying their best. I haven't seen any controversial issue in this World Cup, like debatable regarding referees, like a big mistake from the referee. I haven't. If there is any, maybe I haven't seen. So come to Ghana match. Yeah, it's painful when you concede such stopped penalty. You know, when it's painful, you say, "Oh, referee, it's soft contact." You know, but the question is there a contact? Did the player have contact with the attacker? That was the question. Do you understand me? You see, you know, every year we have these laws.
Radio Angelus. Be Catholic. Be Christ.
Every year, FIFA and FIFA used to modify these laws. Maybe if you are not, if you are not current to the new modification of these laws, you will still become backward, thinking that is what is happening before is what is still happening again.
Yeah.
For example, penalty for me, my own opinion, because the laws of the game says, in the opinion of referee, that you have to underline that place. In the opinion of referee, this is penalty or this is not penalty, because there are some situations we interpret it differently from referee P. So that is where that in the opinion of referee come to play. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So for me, it was a soft contact. Normally, some referee might overlook it and say, no, it's not penalty. Do you understand me? No.
Yeah.
Some referee can give it, yes, it's penalty, because that we have something, a kind of clause that guides the referee that says in none of referee.
Okay.
So for me, if you give it penalty, I don't have any problem with it. If you leave it, I don't have any problem with it.
But you being a referee, a professional one at that, I want to put you on the spot. Assuming that you are the person, at the center, would you have given that as a penalty?
If I am in the center, refereeing, you have to be in a correct angle to see. If I am in a correct angle and see that contact, I will give it a penalty, because there was a contact.
But you see,
looking at the scenario upwards.
Okay.
Upwards.
Okay, continue.
Looking at the scenario upwards, like upper side of the action, nothing happened. Nothing happened. But when you come down to their foot, the defender intentionally, he don't want to trip Cristiano Ronaldo. Let us not be biased. He don't want to trip Cristiano Ronaldo. He just want to put the ball out. But trying to put the ball out, there was a contact.
Okay,
So
but you see, yeah, but the one of the points that people are making has to do with the fact that the referee had the opportunity to visit VAR, for confirmation or otherwise, but he refused to do that. And as we say in law, suo motu, he just awarded the penalty without further consultation. So people thought that, well, maybe the referee was just on on contract to ensure that Portugal runs away with the win. What do you say to that?
Okay, let us educate people in terms of VAR decisions. If so many people don't know how this VAR works. Referee can never go and visit VAR to see without receiving any signal from the VAR room.
Wow.
And secondly, now, referee, when you are refereeing and referee gave a penalty, he saw the penalty and he called for the penalty. He don't need to go and visit VAR to see if the penalty is true or not without receiving signal from the VAR room. Are you getting what I mean? So now, at that moment that he called the penalty, the VAR room will cross-check the action. If the referee is wrong, the VAR room will call him, come and see your decision. I think you are wrong. When he goes there and see that he is wrong, he will reverse his decision. But in as much as the VAR room did not call the referee to come and see that you are wrong, or whether you are wrong or you are right, that means it is clear penalty, even from the VAR room. So that is how.
But when you watch that incident closely, I mean, there was nothing showing that the referee was communicating with the VAR or those in charge of the VAR room or center or something. And it looks like something that is just, I mean, to hell with your VAR, I mean, I've awarded a penalty.
It doesn't work that way. Since the insertion of VAR, it doesn't work that way. In any match there are VAR, when a referee gave a penalty, even on controlling the players, on telling the goalkeeper, stay here, don't come in front, he is still listening to the radio in his ear. He doesn't need to say, he doesn't need to tell them, wait, let me confirm. He can still be doing other things. Okay, go issuing card and still be waiting to hear any. Okay, come and see. This is not it, or come and see. So that is not it. So for example, whenever a goal is scored, okay, for the new rule now is that assistant referee, which is they call it linesman.
Yeah.
Assistant referee, they call it linesman or that people. Now, even if you are sure that this player is offside and the ball is going towards the goal, allow it. Allow the player to score. That is the new law. When you score, then you can raise their flag. You know the reason why they allow the player. You don't need to raise the flag and stop the play immediately unless the ball is not going inside the goal. But when the ball is going inside the goal, allow play to continue. So when the players score, you can raise your flag. Then That is where VAR will come into play to see whether the player is offside or onside, because you may raise your flag and call the ball offside. At the same time, the player is not offside.
It's not offside, okay.
They stand. So they tell us, assistant referee, when the ball is going towards the goal and there is a VAR and this player is offside, allow to continue until he score. When he score, then you can raise your flag for offside. Now, when you raise your flag for offside, the referee will still call for it and wait to confirm if it is still offside or not, because a goal has been scored. A goal has been scored. That one is different.
Wow.
So, in terms of receiving signal from VAR room, at that time that referee called for that penalty, he is still communicating with the VAR room. It doesn't matter if he stopped the play and try to listen or not. Still communicating with them.
Wow. Listeners, if you just joined us, this is a mystery zone, the zone where we make known the unknown with narratives involving real people at real places. We are live on Radio Angelus via www.radioangelus.com. We're also live on Facebook as Radio Angelus Ghana. Tonight, we are hanging out with Mr. Celestino Okafor. We fondly call him Skipo. He is a professional referee based in Qatar with the Qatari Football Association. Now, Skipo, let's because we are running out of time. Let's do this quickly. Now, I just need your, again, independent opinion as someone who has actually led a team to win a trophy and also a professional referee. If you come to Group A, you have Netherlands, you have Ecuador, you have, one of Africa's, hopes,
Senegal.
that is Senegal. You also have Qatar. Obviously, Qatar is out. Now, between Netherlands, Ecuador, and Senegal, objectively speaking, who are the two making it to the knockout stage?
For me, I'm looking at Senegal and Ecuador now, because I believe that even the Netherlands will beat Qatar. I believe this. So I am looking at Ecuador and Senegal.
Wow. So you're writing off the
in
Dutch?
My heart. No. I say I believe that the Dutch will beat Qatar. I believe that the Dutch has already qualified. The match between Ecuador and Senegal is the decider in the group. You understand me? Now, Ecuador is going to play Senegal. Qatar, the Dutch are playing Qatar that is already out. So the decider is Ecuador and Senegal. In that catch, my heart is telling me Senegal.
Okay.
My heart is telling me that Senegal. My heart is telling me that Senegal.
But your head is telling you Ecuador.
Let me follow my heart. My heart is telling me Senegal will come out.
I see. Okay, so Group B, we have England, you have Iran, you have USA, you have Wales. So which two teams are your money on?
England is on 4 points. They are playing Wales, right? And USA is playing Iran. USA. I predict USA and England.
Wow. Okay. And then Group C have Portugal, Portugal, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico.
Portugal, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico. Argentina will come out. I know. That's my favorite. And this Mexico is on 1 point, right? I think Argentina and Saudi Arabia.
Argentina and Saudi Arabia. Wonderful. And then you have Group D. You have France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia.
France is already there. They're there for one team to come and join them, right? Now, Tunisia is playing Australia. No, I think, yeah. Tunisia is playing Australia, right? And France is playing, no. Tunisia is playing
France.
France.
Yeah.
Tunisia is playing France. That is already qualified. And I go with Tunisia and France.
Tunisia and France. Okay. So Group E, you have.
I'm being generous to our African teams, you know.
So Group E,
I go with Tunisia and France.
Yeah, you have Spain, Japan, Costa Rica, Germany.
Spain is already there. Spain will come out, and I think I predict Spain and Japan.
Spain and Japan. Okay. So, and Group F, you have Croatia, you have Morocco, you have Belgium, you have Canada.
Morocco will come. Morocco will lead the group. Morocco will be. I think Morocco will be the only African that will top their group. In my head.
Okay.
Morocco, and we lead the group. Which other team again?
You have Belgium, you have Canada, you have Croatia.
Morocco and Croatia will come out from the group. We make the next one.
Morocco and
I think Morocco and Croatia.
Morocco and Croatia, okay. Then you have Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia.
Brazil is already there.
Okay, yes. Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia.
Brazil and Switzerland will come out from the group in my head.
Okay. So the last group, you have Portugal, you have Ghana, you have Uruguay, you have South Korea. It's dicey, eh?
Yeah, very, very dicey. The outcome of this last game is going on right now. Actually determine the result of this last game that is going on now with actually. But I wish Ghana well. I wish them well. I want them to qualify. I am not being I'm not being biased. They need to 100% determined to be in the next round. So Ghana is playing
Uruguay.
Uruguay. It's not gonna be the team that Ghana has. They're supposed to beat Uruguay. They're supposed to beat Uruguay, but it's not you're supposed to. You have to work for it. So I see Portugal and Ghana coming out from the group.
Portugal and Ghana. Wow, Skippo, I think we would have to thank you for your time. In fact, we have run out of time, and have a couple of questions here that some questions via WhatsApp, but unfortunately we have run out of time. We can't really go through them. Hopefully, we will still, get you back. We'll still get you back on board. Maybe sometime, maybe before the tournament, runs off to probably look at the permutations and then see where the pendulum is tilting. Probably that will be during knockout stages. And it's unfortunate that we can't go through almost all the issues that we had wanted to deal with tonight. But we just want to, from our heart of heart, thank you so very much for availing yourself, at least for providing us with some useful information and education. Some of us here have been, up in arms, saying that the referee has, given Ghana a raw deal, and that, he was on contract to just, eliminate Ghana. I mean, well, and you have actually provided us with some independent analysis and explanations as to how these things work. And I want to thank you for, appearing on the Mystery Zone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anderson. Anytime, any day available, I'll try to make time you need. Just call up. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, listeners, that does it tonight for on the Mystery Zone. Hopefully, we'll be with you again next week, Monday, the same time, as we, engage you with more sizzling episodes as far as the Mystery Zone is concerned. Production is by Nashikakwe, and Mr. JB sorted me out technically. And this is Radio Angelus. Remember, you can always connect with us via www.radioangelus.com. So, until I come your way again next week, Monday, this is Josie Anderson signing out. Bye-bye.